just like who's the lady the first night of Legria that was apparently on a quest to find you, but was totally drunk and was like, "Hi,
Jeff's mom,
hi,
not your mom,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
younger
What was
Jeff.
her name? Even?
I can't
don't even
remember.
This was another guest at Legria. There's always a guest at Legria. There's always one person there who will make an ass out of themselves by being embarrassing, insulting, rude, just completely clueless.
Right.
And at that one trip that I just talked about, it was my dad's wife. But at this trip that you guys were just at, it was this other woman who's a friend of Robin's who gets there on the first day and gets so drunk that she basically loses control of herself.
Oh, she introduced herself as, "Hi, I'm drunk," and I went,
are you Jeff?"
"Yeah."
She asked everybody, "Are you Jeff?
Are you Jeff? Are you Jeff?" No.
And
but
I
can
wanted to
find
say,
him.
Thank God she
if
never
I am
commented.
Jeff, what happens? I wanted to say, if I am Jeff, what goes on?
Yeah, do
If
I win a
say
special
yes?
prize?
Yes.
And she was just like, "Hi, I'm really drunk."
And then at dinner, she practically raped Jimmy.
Jimmy was like, "Can you stop giving me a hand job so I can eat?"
Get your fucking hand off my dick. I just want to eat a little bit of fish and get out of here.
It was very Wedding Crashers. Like, "I have no more fluids in me. Where were you? You're selfish."
Right. The best is when he said, You're on my food." Yes. She had leaned so far into him that she was like breathing on his fork full of food he was trying to put into his mouth.
Well, I know 1 second I was just sitting there enjoying and talking to somebody, and Jimmy was on my right-hand side, and suddenly he was on my left-hand side. And I was like, "Jimmy, what's going on? What's the matter?" And Jimmy, he's very sort of straight arrow guy. He's like, "I just had enough. I just had enough. I can't do it anymore. Can't do it anymore."
Yeah. And speaking of guests at Legria who end up being obnoxious in some way, and then also going back to our original theme of saying inappropriate things at inappropriate times. One time, the youngest sister brought this girl with her, and did you meet Andy, or was that the trip before you?
No,
Andy was the one who was
Yeah,
like,
you were there, right?
Yeah,
So
the
there
runner.
Was that
The
one,
runner, right? She was the runner.
Yeah, I think
Marathon runner.
and she
or
went,
something?
yeah.
There was the one where somehow we got to talking about the old joke where in a movie theater a guy would poke a hole in the bottom of the popcorn to stick his wanker in there.
Yeah, dick in a box. Yeah.
Dick in a box, right? And it'd be in the popcorn, and the girl would reach in for the popcorn, and ooh, what's this? And so Andy just out of nowhere turns to and here's like, "Oh yeah, I've heard of that before." And Andy out of nowhere goes, "So did you do that to Mrs.?" and my mother-in-law is more Emily Post than Emily Post is. So the fact that she said that to my mother-in-law was just about the biggest faux pas in the world. And she followed that up by about an hour later when we're playing a fun kind of trivial pursuit game where you have to guess names. And somebody says the clue is any guy who wants to go on a date with has to bring, and Andy blurts out, "Condoms."
Yeah.
And I think the original thing was like, I think what they were going for was like, pay for the bill or
flowers or something.
Flowers. Yeah.
Well,
And she's like, "Condoms,"
No.
and the game just stopped.
No, there was one where it was like inappropriate things, and she's like, "Fucking, fucking, fucking. Is it fucking, fucking, fucking?" And we're like, it was like watching a friggin' train wreck. Like literally, you were watching people getting sawed in
And your
half.
mother-in-law was like, "We're like, so what did you think about Andy?" She's like, "Potty mouth."
That was it.
That was it. And we've never seen Andy ever again.
Oh no,
so-
never again.
Andy has never been invited back.
Oh man, well this inappropriate subject just took me back to college. I was telling you guys that we just had delicious Subway. By the way, Subway, if you'd like to sponsor the podcast, feel free. We just ate it, but anyways,
$5 footlongs.
right?
$5.
Anyway, so we went to in college. My first day in school in college, there was this class that I was a recreation manager, and there was this guy in there.
Fucking recreation major.
I was the king of recreation.
Awesome.
There was a guy in the class, in the middle of the class, where the teacher's talking, and it didn't matter what the teacher was saying. It could have been, 500 kids were raped and beheaded and put on stakes, and in the middle of his freaking conversation, the guy is in class going, and like the teacher had to stop class and ask him, "Is everything okay? Like, are you okay? Can you get your shit together?" He didn't say shit, but can you get your stuff together? And the guy's like, whatever. So in the middle part of the class, this is a class where we were doing experiential learning. We took a camping trip, and we're out.
Well, hang on. I
camping.
want to back up. This guy clearly had like some kind of Tourette's thing or whatever. And you think if you know that you have that, on day one of a class, one of your first stops is to go up to the professor and go, "Hey, by the way, here's the deal."
When you start talking about anal rape and I start laughing, it's the Tourette's talking.
Yeah, so it might be like, so the teacher can then know this is going to happen. The fact that teacher's like, are you okay? Is like,
Right.
Well, hey, come on, man. You know you have this problem. Why did you tell someone?
Now, here's the weird part, though. I had other classes with this guy, and he didn't do this. He didn't laugh in every single class, so he could clearly control it. So something...
Maybe it wasn't Tourette's. Maybe he's just an asshole.
I don't know. It's just fucking weird.
Just your garden variety
I have
asshole.
asshole syndrome.
Right. So we take a camping trip as part of the experiential learning, and it's a college course, and we're drinking beers, having a good time. Some people are getting drunk, whatever, and it's time to go to bed. And a bunch of us, actually, there was a part of the story I forgot that I didn't tell you guys. Everybody slept in tents except for me. So we all went to bed at night, and I was sleeping outside, like on a tarp, just enjoying the outside air. It was like October. And this guy got so fucking drunk that in the middle of the night, he was walking around to people's tents, opening the fucking doors, going into people's tents, and fucking waking them up, asking them if they had beer.
Do
you have beer?
Like the Grizzly Man Diaries? Like,
Yes. Like Sasquatch coming into your, like Harry and the Hendersons, like, do you have beer? Like coming in.
Beer, please.
So I'm like, in the middle of the
Wake
night,
up
I
and
just start
beer me.
hearing people going, oh, oh, and I'm thinking,
and you're outside.
yes, I'm outside, and I'm thinking, holy shit, I am the only one who slept outside. This fucking guy's gonna come over and ask for beer.
Yeah, because he couldn't knock on your tent flap. He was just going to crawl on your sleeping
My
bag
tent
with you.
flap, he could knock on my asshole tent flap. And as we know from my
butt
previous
flap.
doctor story, I'm not doing that. So, dude, he totally freaked the shit out of me. Luckily, I think he got stolen by a coyote or something because he was not there in the morning. But I laid the entire night in my sleeping
Just
bag,
terrified?
shivering like a small baby deer being hunted.
Beer, please.
This guy's going to come ask me for beer, dude. What the fuck do I
Beer.
do? What the fuck do I
What
do?
do I do? And I don't want this big fucking crazy man who laughs like, the guy Jack Nicholson in The Shining. Here's Jack. Do you have beer? I don't want any of that.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that's
When you camp, it's amazing how secure you feel, like inside your little, nylon cocoon that you could cut into with nail clippers.
Oh,
but
you
you're
could
like, I'm safe in here.
Yeah, right. Well, guys, I think that was a great subject discussion. So
definitely.
anything left anybody's got to say? I think we did a pretty good job of handling that topic. So check us out, www.pureevilent.com.
There's a new feature on there where you can actually suggest topics for us. You can actually email them to Miyagi, MIYAGI, at kelsoweb.com.
Right. And it'll come right to me, and we may use your subject in an upcoming podcast. So please visit that or go on to iTunes and go check out Pure Evil TV. Just do a search for a podcast, subscribe, and the work is done for you. So thank you for checking out. And gents, thank you for being here with the conversation.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Have a good day.